Hey, what's up guys? We're back in Arena. As I keep saying, I've been playing a lot of Arena. I just really dig it. I know it's a free-to-play that does have some grind, but I really thoroughly enjoy it every time I get on the different commanders, the units, just the micromanagement and the scale of it. Yeah, you're only controlling 3 units, but you really feel, I don't know, it's a dynamic battlefield in the way that Total War really doesn't have, especially the intricacies of the battlefield I love. So yeah, this is going to be Capital Line Hill. So essentially you have 2 kind of low bases on either side with central and flanking hills. All of them are going to be key. Over on the right hand side, this is where I like to lurk when I bring the Barbarian. So here I have Arminius, and he has this awesome ability called the Scorched Earth ability, which basically allows him to come in here and throw fire on the ground. So here comes unwitting cavalry moving forward, and I'm just going to flame them, throw a bunch of fire, and they're going to crash into my guys, not knowing that they were there, and pull back out through the flames. So they're running the gauntlet there. So I'm going to get first blood and get a tremendous amount of damage on that unit, and it's going to forestall any additional pushes here. Also knowing that, you know, infantry and other units are going to try and push on our archers, I'm going to preemptively throw a firewall here, and that's going to dissuade an assault on our archers. So you really get some awesome zone of control with these barbarian units. I really like them. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. So stalling this whole push, I do want to put this on pause just so we can kind of take a look at the entire team here. Oh, what happened? Huh, it's not showing me everyone. Okay, anyways, I'm not sure where that cavalry went. But I tried to turn off Fog of War. Oh, that's probably because we haven't identified them yet. No, I'm not sure. Okay, the replay's a little buggy. I just wanted to swap cameras around just to show you what's going on here. So, yeah, we're pushing up. Looks like the contingent of our approach, of our, force on this flank is going to be cavalry, barbarians, archers, and some heavy infantry, backed up by some skirmishers. So, pretty varied. In the center, we have a lot of artillery, just kind of babysitting the cap point. This is pretty good because it means we can hold back kind of in the center and just plop down volleys and slowly pull back. Don't have too much. Usually you'll see archers rushing the tower back here, but this is a legitimate enough defense in depth with stakes to hold the flanks, so it's allowing us to kind of do some interesting things on the side. And then we tried to push up here, it looks like with some infantry, some pikes and archers, which is a pretty good combo, but you can see the enemy landing a lot of strikes with the artillery, so it's going to be an interesting one. Looks like we can't push too much on this side because of the artillery. And yeah, most of the gains are going to have to be on our side. So I'll swap back to our perspective here. And yeah, let's get back into it and watch some more of the Scorched Earth tactics of Arminius. So I go my Barbarians kind of watching over the flames here. Glorious. And it does last a while. Can do damage to friendlies as well, so you got to be careful. Ooh, but over here I saw that there were enemy barbarians, and I'm going to roast them, get a fire on here, and re-engage with them, forcing them to stand here in the flames. As you can see, not too much in terms of damage, but it's enough. I'll take it. It's allowing me to withstand, a triple assault here, which is 2 of my own units. I do have to be careful. The third one is flanking around. In these types of situations, you do want to talk to your ally. So for instance here, I don't know why he's abandoning me. I really need him to help out. And in the center, I've been forced to kind of hold my own with this barbarian force, try and keep all this cavalry stationary while our archers retreat. And it looks like it will seize the day. Meanwhile, over here, I'm threatening to lose my forces. I did pop Iron Discipline, which prevents me from routing. I'm going to take the opportunity to pull out to more favorable engagement, where I can have a consolidated front against these barbarians, and it's going to allow the archers to get in here on the flank and do some real damage. Meanwhile, our cavalry really came in and did a number on the enemy cav. My barbarians there holding the line, plus our infantry sweeping around the rear. Really good combo there is going to allow us to hold. And then meanwhile, this is not looking good for our enemy barbarians here. We have a flanking javelin force. This is going to be, what is the Suki? Yeah, Suki Javelineers. So here they come. Going to get really good damage done on these guys. And with archers on the flank, it's not good for these barbarians. So they're going to disengage, relieve the pressure on me, but I do have to pull out because there's a lot of Roman infantry coming in. Going to get a sick charge off of them. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on this flank. Things are teeter-tottering on both sides, but it looks like we've got a fair amount of kills. Up through the center, we've also been able to make a pretty substantial push with very limited numbers, only a couple spears who would otherwise be completely shut down with archers, etc. But with that artillery just stationed in the back with an eye on this central position, really able to shut this down. So really awesome how that zone of control worked. And I've seen plays on this map go down a lot of different ways, so it's awesome to see a different strategy every one. Meanwhile, over here where you can see the enemy has a lot of their their artillery. They had some archers as well. Lots of positions. We did a really good strike here with our own barbarians. Really brutal charge. Came in through here with basically caught the enemy with their pants down. Did a fair amount of strikes, kills, and now he's going to be going in for another juicy target on these archers. So overall, our team kind of is having all of a sudden a runaway breakaway, I would say. Getting tons of kills, even though early on it was looking a little bit tricky. Looks like we shut it down on my flank, and then this bold player here with the Cav going to be getting so much damage. So the enemy is falling apart in terms of its coordination. Meanwhile, back on my side, I pulled out with my guys to allow Romans to fight Romans, and I'm just going to focus in on eliminating some of these targets. Enemy artillery position up through here is going to be doing a fair amount of damage to our guys, and so I'm going to be looking to maybe, I don't know, get a better engagement here soon. Clean up these forces, flame the woods a bit, and I'm going to be paralleling these guys, trying to protect the Saki, and then slam into them on the flank here. Yeah, so doing tons of work. It looks like our guys are going to wade through the fire and bait the enemy through it as well. So I'm getting a ton of damage done with that fire. Really awesome. Just chipping away at the health on a ton of units there. And yeah, here come my guys. Again, throwing more fire on them all. I always find that this is a fun ability. It doesn't do too much, but it's a really useful ability for zone of control. So if 2 infantry blobs are going to kind of pile up at this, you might as well burn the stationary one. It also allows you to hit defensive units. If pikes are staked up in any position, you can just throw flames and watch them burn as they sit there. So it's a really awesome one. As you saw earlier, you can do zone of control, put flames down to prevent or dissuade enemy units from moving through. So yeah, lots of fun. Yeah, we've cleaned up on this front. The defense here in depth working really well. And yeah, the enemy is able to push through finally, just because of their superior numbers here. But the cavalry is back with a vengeance once again. Oh, actually a different cavalry unit on our force. The Citizen Cav this time, cleaning up the artillery. So the enemy Barbarian Cav I would recommend definitely charging into these. They could totally take him out. Yeah, it's tier 4, but Barbarian Cav do really good here. But it looks like he may be trying to seize, you know, put up a little bit of defense against this charge. But our cavalry just doing wonders at this point in the battle. Yeah, really helping this. And this is going to totally shut down the initiative of these Romans who would love to do a big push. But all they're going to do here is just get kited to death by these guys and then obliterated by the incoming artillery volleys, shattering those testudos. See, all kinds of pain getting on here. Looks like the Citizen Cav is going to be gearing up for a charge. Yeah, pretty handily seizing the day. And then if that weren't, you know, to make matters worse for the enemy, if that weren't enough, we're going to have our own hoplites also committing. Phoenician warriors. Okay, so that's got to be a Carthaginian force, I guess. So, okay, completely obliterated. Just nuking this force. Good God. That was punishing. And yeah, this Roman infantry blob is looking to advance, but we're going to have a world of hurt when they get here. Another Roman force, a hoplite, and multiple artillery pieces. Putting those guys to death. Meanwhile, on the back here, I'm going to be going for the cap over in the rear. No one really defending it, so things are looking good for us. Let's go ahead and watch the final days of the Romans. And yeah, we even have a makeshift wall if we need to with some pikes. And this is like a good combo. I always like having mixed units, just because... Oh, turn yourself, boy. But yeah, one of the things that I always find useful is bringing some sort of mixed unit, a very defensive force, and then some offensive units. Gives you a lot of tactical flexibility. Going all out on a particular unit, yeah, it allows you to work better in like the grand scheme of things, to really like hone in on that role of doing like a lot of firepower as an archer, a lot of staying power as a shield wall. But at the end of the day, if you want to be versatile, this is the way to go. I mean, he just shredded those Roman forces. So forcing them to engage because of the heavy archer fire. And if they do engage, these guys can completely protect them if you can put yourself in a nice position. So this is awesome. I do that a lot with... Oh, shit, he just killed himself. But yeah, I do that a lot with a unit of hoplites and 2 archers. Or as the Romans, I like to bring, you know, perhaps a single legionary force and then 2 javeliniers. It just ends up being very beneficial. The only one I do recommend kind of bringing all out is going to be cavalry for sure, just because you want to maximize on that, and it's too hard to micro units that are slow. You want to have everything mobile so you can kind of group them all together and move out. But yeah, with that being said, now we're going to go ahead and seize the cap. Going to be cleaning up the rest of this cavalry. Their days are numbered. And yeah, I'm going to rank up the points here. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, We missed it, but I was second from the top in that battle, so doing pretty well. Scipio here, getting a lot of kills. We saw him. He was mounted on the horse, just mowing down forces. Deep penetration there, getting lots of kills. So yeah, that is it for this battle. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you on the arena battlefield. I keep seeing a lot of you out there. You guys asking me if I'm recording, and yes, I will put up fun games like that one when I have them. So that's it. See you in the next one. Peace out.